In this video, we're going to take a look at equatIO, which is a Google Chrome add-on that allows some equation editing tools with all the Google apps, not just Google Docs, and it has some features that the equation editor doesn't have, such as graphing capabilities. I'll have a link for equatIO in the description below, and when you get there, you'll see a few options. We're going to say try now, and that's just going to allow us to install the software. equatIO actually costs about $99, but fortunately they've made it free for teachers. After you click try now, they're going to ask you what you want to try it on, so we're going to choose Chrome. And that'll take you to the Google Chrome extension store where you'll be able to say add to Google Chrome. Now for this part, you want to be signed into Google Chrome with your SCH account because, again, as I mentioned, it's free for teachers. If you're unsure how to do that, just let us know and we'll help you out. After you get equatIO installed, you want to go to another page on their website, and I'll have a link for that as well in the description too. And this is where you can sign up to get the premium equatIO for free for teachers. So just go through this page. As you scroll down, it's going to have you fill out some pretty basic information. Things like your name, what you teach, your email. Reminder to be using your SCH email. When you get to the part where it asks what your school primarily uses, you can select Google and Apple since we use both of those things here. And when it asks for your school's admin name, use Pete D. Donato. And when it asks for the admin email, use tech@sch.org. Now, if you read the information at the top, you probably saw that it could take about 24 hours to activate your premium subscription. You can still experiment with equatIO in the meantime. There might just be a few features that are unavailable until they finish activating your premium membership. So let's dive in. Once you have equatIO installed, it's going to show up in Google Chrome kind of as a blue diamond up in the top right. And you would click that anytime that you want to use it. As you'll see, equatIO will show up on the bottom of your screen. Now the first thing that I want to point out is if I click the equatIO symbol on the bottom left, that's going to bring up a few options for me. But what I want to point out is if you're still in the trial version, above the top space where it says try equatIO math space, it'll say something along the lines that you are in trial. Once they activate your teacher premium membership, that'll automatically disappear. That's what happened with me. I wasn't notified, I just noticed that it happened. equatIO gives you 5 different ways to insert math into your documents, so we'll start with their basic equation editor. Their equation editor works by simply typing basic words. You don't have to select certain formats or anything like that. So I'm going to do the quadratic formula, and you'll see as I'm typing it, as I do x equals, and I need to start my fraction, I just start to type fraction and it'll add it. When I need to add the plus or minus symbol, I simply type plus or minus, and it gives me the option to choose it. I type square root, it gives me the option to choose that as well. So I'll go ahead and finish up my equation here, and when I'm finished, I say insert math. And as you'll see, it adds it as a picture, but don't worry, if you ever need to bring it back and edit it, as you've probably guessed, you can just click on it, open equatIO, and say extract math, and that'll give you the option to edit that equation. The second way that you can add math to your document using equatIO is with the Latex coding language. It's been around for a while, and it was a popular way to make equations prior to equation editors really being a thing. If it's something you want to learn, though, the cool thing is once you make an equation using the regular equation editor, if you flip over to Latex, you can see how it was written using the Latex coding language. The third way that you can add math using equatIO is via handwriting, and the way that works is it uses the cursor with your mouse or your trackpad, and that can be a little tricky using your mouse or trackpad. We have these great accessories here called bamboo tablets. They plug in through USB, and when you use them, the pencil, when used with the tablet, takes the place of your mouse, and at that point you're free to draw up your math problems. So I'll give you a quick demo what it's like making a math problem with the bamboo tablet. Simple as plugging in through USB, putting my cursor in the handwriting field of equatIO, and then I start writing my equation. You can get pretty advanced with this too. It supports things like exponents, parentheses, other operation symbols as well. And if you decide you need more space for your writing, if you take that gray tab right in the center of the equatIO screen and pull that up, you get more room for your writing. The last way that you can insert equations using equatIO is with your voice. So when I go to the last options here, the speech option, I click record, and then I can say things like 2 squared plus 4 equals. And once it's finished writing it out, I can hit insert math like all my other equations. Now the last feature of equatIO that I want to show off is its great graphing capabilities. So if I choose the graphing option in the center of my 5 options in the bottom left, it's going to bring up this coordinate plane. And on the right hand side, I have these plus and minus for zoom options, and that just gives me to be able to set the range of my coordinates. Once I get the range set on my graph and I have it the way I'd like it, I can come over to the left and I just start adding equations. As I add equations, it's going to go ahead and graph those for me. If I need more than one equation, I simply hit the plus button to add another equation. And when I'm finished, like all the others, I simply say insert graph, and then resize the graph the way I want it. I hope you'll give equatIO a shot. I hope you find it useful. It's free for teachers, which is really great. And if you want one of those bamboo tablets for the handwriting feature, just let us know and we'll be sure to get you one. If you have any other questions, please let us know at tech@sch.org, and if you feel like you need some more training and support, sign up for a Teacher Talk, which is a 30-minute one-on-one training session with a tech lifeguard where we cover whatever you want to talk about.